Hare Krishna. I came to Krishna consciousness in 1971. After a few days of my arrival in New York City, I had good fortune to associate with the devotees. The devotees came to me rather than I went to them. It's not by accident or any coincidence, but Krishna has planned. So they were keeping good association. Of course, during that time, when we migrated, we were looking for, work, and at the time of inflation and unemployment, these years were a little tough and discriminatory, and we faced some struggle for first 3 months to settle up, start earning, because I came from East Africa and without money. And after that, Idi Amin kicked all the Indians out in 1972. So there was quite an unsettlement. But eventually, we settled, but Krishna consciousness was being very supportive in the beginning years, where devotees, even though they were silently keeping all the relationships and visiting on their, God-given task, and somehow or other within the circle of my friends, they were choosing me to communicate with. So it was quite a privileged time that helped me to understand the mercy of Lord Krishna through devotees. And devotees never gave me up, neither I gave devotees up. So this was a wonderful initial adventure in Krishna consciousness. Devotees would come and even at my workplace, simply on the excuse that they were just passing through, so they thought they can visit me. So all this association fructified, and I started taking some interest also in the relative situation. In 1994, I became a life member, even though spiritual relationships were being developed, but on a deeper sense that they worked as my well-wishers. So I was appreciating. Others around me were not that much appreciating, but they were unfortunate souls. Hardly anybody got the the spiritual association, and that proved to be worthwhile. So in 1995, I came to Vrindavan. The time the temple was about 3 months away from opening, and this was the month of January. And again, Gunarnav Prabhu, my god brother, he invited me as a life member to stay, because Krishna Balaram guest house was ready, the temple was not ready. But he was enticing me to stay, but I did not come for that purpose. So somehow or other I had an inclination to take Lord Krishna's deity for a colleague of mine, who was gay, and he asked only from Krishna deity, not Radharani. So somehow or other, this was a little tricky situation, and I said I should go to Vrindavan and get the deity. That was, and see our temple if it is ready. But a lot of blockades were there. The front was covered by the big metal sheets and scaffolding and everything, so I couldn't see much. But at least I entered the guest house corridor, and I had a good talk with my god brother Gauranga Prabhu, and I told him I must come back, but not now. So that was it. I came back to New York and started taking active participation. And that month we had brainwashing cases. The first case of a very great importance, and as life member we participated actively, and then again there was some after the judgment that we won, but there was another court case of some punitive damage that devotees have to bear, some 50,000, and the judge put up only a 24-hour moratorium to obtain the fund. And as life member, I was chosen to help the department and to raise that fund within 24 hours. So Kṛṣṇa made it, and it was a big relief. So somehow or another, my involvement started getting into it. Then in 1977 March, I moved in the temple, and so Srila Prabhupada, after 1976 Radhey, he was feeling very sick, and 1977 even my initiation was being already ordained. Srila Prabhupada could not personally came to New York. He had to return right from London. So we were the first one to be initiated because of his health reason, and that was in the month of October 1977. And next month in November, Prabhupada left the body. So we were as if in the last boat of Srila Prabhupada, and in this way, we were in a very premature state, in a very regulated life of devotional service. But my god brothers took care of us, and there we started devotional progress, and Kṛṣṇa willing, things started happening. So this is how I came into Krishna consciousness, simply by association of devotees. They may not be highly learned, but they were performing their service to give their association, which will be seen like an intrigue to the those who are not favored. But I never felt uneasy with the devotees. Even in the same apartment, 8 of us were living, and yet they were coming. One of them, Ganga Mantri, is still, I meet him and several times during Rath Yatra, either in New York, New Jersey also, because he stays, I think, in New Jersey. But I'm very grateful to them because they kept up giving association. May not be high quality, but spiritually it was potent. This is a very good understanding that how spirituality is been infused or transferred from Krishna through Guru to his disciples, and the disciples spread the mercy. I have been one of that product.